A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Glory to you, O Lord. In those days, when there was again a great crowd without anything to eat, Jesus called his disciples and said to them, I have compassion for the crowd, because they have been with me now for 3 days and have nothing to eat. If I send them away hungry to their homes, they will faint on the way, and some of them have come from a great distance. His disciples replied, How can one feed these people with bread here in the desert? He asked them, How many loaves do you have? They said, 7. Then he ordered the crowd to sit down on the ground, and he took the 7 loaves, and after giving thanks, he broke them and gave them to his disciples to distribute. And they distributed them to the crowd. They also had a few small fish, and after blessing them, he ordered that these too should be distributed. They ate and were filled, and they took up the broken pieces left over, 7 baskets full. Now, there were about 4,000 people. And he sent them away, and immediately he got into the boat with his disciples and went to the district of Mantua. The Pharisees came, and he began to argue with them, asking for a sign from heaven to test him. And he sighed deeply in his spirit, and he said, Why does this generation ask for a sign? Now, truly I tell you, no sign will be given to this generation. And he left them, and getting into the boat again, he went across to the other side. Now, the disciples had forgotten to bring any bread, and they had only 1 loaf with them left in the boat. And he cautioned them, saying, Watch out, beware of the yeast of the Pharisees and the yeast of Herod. And they said to one another, Is it because we have no bread? And becoming aware of it, Jesus said to them, Why are you talking about having no bread? Do you still not perceive or understand? Are your hearts hardened? Do you have eyes and fail to see? Do you have ears and fail to hear? And do you not remember when I broke the 5 loaves for the 5,000, and how many baskets of broken pieces did you collect? And they said to him, 12. And the 7 for 4,000, how many baskets full of broken pieces did you collect then? And they said to him, 7. And he said to them, Do you not yet understand? Then they came to Bethsaida, and some people brought a blind man to him and begged him to touch him. And he took the blind man by the hand and led him out of the village. And when he put saliva on his eyes and laid hands on him, he asked, Can you see anything? And the man looked up and said, I can see people, but they look like trees walking. Then Jesus laid his hands on his eyes again, and he looked intently, and his sight was restored. And he saw everything clearly. Then he sent him away to his home, saying, Do not even go into the village. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.